Has anyone ever been to a wedding that didn't end with a couple getting married? If so, what happened? How did the guests react? This story took place in Kolkata, India, where my dad attended. The couple had been introduced to each other and, after about 6 months of dating, got engaged. They'd known each other for almost a year by this point. These are well-off people from the upper income range, not from a village. There were events the day before the wedding ceremony, which over 500 people attended, and of course, people talked, so word got out. On the evening of the wedding, a group of people showed up and blocked the street, preventing the groom from reaching the venue. All the while, the groom had been dating a woman from another family under the promise of marriage. He had even introduced himself to her parents and family, planning a future meeting between his parents and hers. Mind you, all the guests had arrived and heard this. For about an hour, there was a standoff, and the information reached the bride and her family, who called off the wedding. The guests were half in shock, half trying to eat and drink as much as they could before the inevitable cancellation. The bride's family took the matter to court, and the groom settled out of court with them. The bride and her parents personally returned all the gifts they had received. My dad didn't allow them to return his gift and told her to keep it, considering the circumstances. In another story, my best friend was getting married to someone I didn't think he should. I advised against it, and his family did too. After I moved away, I think he just wanted something. Anyway, she showed up intoxicated at her own wedding. Her family tried to sober her up without the groom noticing by having her rest and taking pills. Keep in mind, my buddy is a very straight-laced guy who rarely drinks. Throughout the lead up to the ceremony, I had to stop her 3 different mothers from sneaking her old bottles of drinks. She managed to keep it together enough that maybe some people in the back couldn't tell she was absolutely hammered, but I'm pretty sure most people knew. In all their wedding photos, her eyes are half closed or almost cross-eyed. Fast forward, she became a major drinker. Tried breastfeeding their child while intoxicated and hid things in the house. She spent so much on drinks that he took away her credit card, leading her to steal booze from stores. He sent her to a hospital where she met a user who got her back into her old habits. She also started a relationship with him. They left and went on a crime spree involving theft, reckless behavior like sudden braking at high speeds, living in a car, trading her car for some powder. He now has custody of their child and her child from the previous relationship. He's a really good guy and very smart. This just shows how blinded you can be in certain situations. This wedding shouldn't have happened, and I like to think it didn't in an alternate timeline.